and or improve our community involvement in the schools?
So I sat and thought about this quite a lot, and over the years working in different areas, one of the things that always was neat were, especially where we came from in the Midwest, was seasonal gatherings at the courthouse. We would get together at the different seasons, and they would have get-togethers. We don't have a courthouse up here. We have a school. And having seasonal gatherings where we all can get together and the children can see us getting together and talking and enjoying each other. One of the things that I worked for a large international company for a few years. It was a Korean-based company, and it's Hyundai, but not the car side. It was the computer side. And one of the neat things that I would like to see again was Thanksgiving time, and it would have been roughly 2000, we were sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner, and our Korean expatriates were looking at us like, what are you doing? And we were explaining what Thanksgiving was and what we ate. Hyundai went out and actually, the next holiday was a Korean holiday, brought in all of the Korean food and the Korean traditions, and we started back and forth for holidays. So we got to experience Korean holidays, Korean food and fare, and then they would do the same with the American holidays. How neat would that be for our community and our kids to see something like that and actually talk with all of the different cultures that we have up here and have that shared? Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead with Dana.
Okay, I think there's lots of things that we could be doing, and it really just takes everybody actually doing stuff. My ideas don't go very far on their own. But first of all, I think we definitely need to get CORE or whatever kind of PTA group going again so that there is a way for people to be involved. I think there should also be a volunteer coordinator to make it easier for staff to ask for help and to be connected with what they need. So sort of a clearinghouse to match things up easily. I'd like to make use of what the local people in the area has to offer. We've got skills, interests, and places. Let's match things up. I'd like to see more reciprocal community service opportunities, building relationships in the spirit of generosity. I've been thinking about a weekly column in the River Reflections, hint, hint, for a few years. There's so much to be proud of here, and I think people don't know about it unless they have a direct connection to the school. So a column could give students journalism experience, it could profile teachers or staff, highlight cool projects or achievements, and just really put the word out to the community of how great McKenzie is. Because I feel the interconnectedness between the community and the school is fundamental, taxpayers and neighbors are stakeholders too. I'd like them to feel confident that their money is being used wisely and that there is benefit for all of us when the school is successful. This is the community school and it is what we make of it. If you have ideas or suggestions, I'd love to hear them.
Go ahead, Sarah.
So some ideas that I have for our school is visits from local professionals, and not just locals, but also people in Eugene and Springfield. As I've been working with people, I've been meeting key stakeholders from all over Lane County that want to come up here, bring the services, connect with the students, connect with the families, and they're just waiting for us to make the phone call to invite them up here. More opportunities for collaborating with parents and community members willing to engage. I know that we've had parents offer to do various things for the school, and there hasn't been much follow through. Mentoring students, inviting families to school events, which the McKenzie is very good about doing. Workshops with our community organizations, student projects that solve community challenges, building strong school community network, And we do that by utilizing positive actions to bridge the gap between schools and community.
So I'd say, even in the last several years, I feel as a board member and also as a community member that the school has made some improvements in terms of the amount of communication that's been out there through the various social media channels, the local newspapers. I do think that we could do a better job, of course, with the frequency and the quality of the communication. I think having a regular feature in the River Reflections is a fantastic idea as well. I also, I want to think of ways that we can further engage the community that don't necessarily add to the teacher workload. I think so many times we have these great ideas that ultimately the onus is put on the teachers and the staff, and I think that that's not fair. While I was on the school board too, we engaged with the community at a number of points when the school was going through some transformations, changing to a charter school, when we had new leadership and we were doing strategic planning, certainly as we started the remodel process. And I think at this moment, there's a renewed interest in the school and in the school board, and I think that this is a great opportunity to leverage that interest and engage the community again in some of that, visioning. I'm hearing from a lot of teachers that we need, and from students that, we need more clear vision and, as we continue with the school. So to leverage that sort of interest, I think would be a great idea to focus on that right now. Ultimately, I think we need to figure out ways that we can continue to serve the community in different ways that don't necessarily have to do with education. And I think we've been doing a lot of that, certainly like the daycare center, Little Eagles, partnering with long-term recovery, locals helping locals, hosting information fairs. Those are all ways that we can draw in the community and help them see us as a resource. And I know we've also had conversations on the school board about what we can do to better position ourselves as a school to serve as a resource center for the community in times of need or in times of emergency. So I think there's lots that we can do, and I think we're moving in the right direction.